don't gain respect by asking for it. You gain respect by becoming the man that demands it, right? When you build a character that commands attention and never bores the audience, that is one of the best ways to know your worth, right? Because when you develop body game, you start getting in shape, you get jacked. And when I'm talking about getting jacked, I'm not saying you got to be like Sam Sulek. I'm not saying you got to be built like C-Bum or anything like that. I'm just saying decent amount of muscle size to you, around 12 to 18% body fat. When you get to that range, you become a commodity. That's when you gain celebrity status. That's when you stand out, right? Because the average man isn't doing this. The average man, if you look around, go outside to your everyday mall, supermarket, where have you, the average man is average. The average man isn't jacked. The average man isn't in shape. And when you're able to put yourself in shape, that's when you increase your worth, right? That's when you start to stand out. You become a commodity. You're kind of like a stock that just keeps getting better, right? Because you're working on yourself, right? And before you guys start in the comments, before you guys start saying shit like, oh, well, it's not everything is about getting jacked. There's other ways to improve your worth. And yes, that is true. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. You know what I mean? Like, overall self-improvement increases your self-worth, right? If you're expanding your knowledge by, reading or just reading books, doing more research, you're working on your body, like we're just talking about, getting in shape, getting on Bodygame, or maybe whether it's, increasing your finances. There's a lot of different ways to increase your worth as a man. But I think a great way to start when we're talking about increasing your worth is Bodygame. Because if you really think about it, the average man isn't in shape. And every day you look in the mirror, it's something that you see every day. You see your reflection every single day, right? It's something that you can't escape. So working on your body game, working on getting in shape, that's super important in increasing your worth, because it's going to make you feel a lot more confident about yourself, because it's something that you live with every day. And when you can't even feel confident in the way you look, it's going to mess with you mentally and how you carry yourself. It's really going to mess with your confidence. So I think Bodygame is a really important aspect to focus on, because it's going to improve your self-worth. It's going to make you feel more confident and competent in yourself, right? And I'm not even trying to say you should be a gym cell and only focus on your physique. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that if you haven't hopped on Bodygame already, it's something that you probably should do if you want to feel more competent and confident in yourself, especially when you're in social interactions with other people, especially when you're talking to women and things of that nature, right? Like, you want to get choosing signals from women. You want to walk into a room and people are breaking their heads to look at you, right? Because you've built a physique that commands attention and bores the audience. Who doesn't want that, right? Like, that will actually make you feel a lot more confident, make you feel more competent in yourself, right? And if you need help making a transformation that achieves these goals, hit that link in the description. We'll see if it makes sense to work together. Book a call and we'll see if it makes sense to work together so that we can actually build you a routine that builds a physique that gets results, right? If that sounds like you, hit that link in the description and book that call. Make sure you like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. But like I was saying, Bodygame is one of the best ways to improve your worth, improve your self-worth, because let's be real, the average man isn't doing these things, right? The average man is average because the average man believes in this physique inflation. They're online and they look at all these roided out bodybuilders and they think that's the reality, when in actuality, it's not. The average man has a victim mentality. He blames his genetics, blames his busy schedule, blames everything but himself. And then every January he's going to be like, oh, I'm finally going to get on my fitness journey. Oh, I'm finally going to start on my fitness journey once I have the time, once I finish exams, once I do this. But when you put a date or a timeline on it, you're never going to reach your goals, right? And that's why the average man is so average, because of the excuses that he makes, right? And when you start to set yourself apart from the average man and you start taking yourself seriously, you start improving on your looks, you hop on Bodygame, it makes you a commodity, because you now send a statement to the world, right? It's not even just about like the looks, it's the principle behind it. Because when you see a guy who's in shape, he's got a V-taper, he's got nice biceps, he's got the broad shoulders, it shows a level of discipline. It shows that he's able to commit to something for 3 to 4 times a week. It shows that he's a man of his word, because when he says he's going to go to the gym, he actually goes. It's something that you can never lie about. You can't lie about going to the gym. When you say you go to the gym, people are going to know right away before you even open your mouth, right? It's not even just, it's deeper than just the muscles and how you look. It's the principle behind it. It's the philosophy. It's the character behind it. Like, what kind of a man does it take to commit to something like this, to go every single week, especially when it doesn't feel like it, after an 8-hour shift after school? Like, what does that say about his character? And subconsciously, people respect you naturally for that, because you show discipline through your character, right? And this translates to other areas of life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like only focusing on the gym to improve your self-worth. No, I'm saying it's a great start, because that's going to help you feel confident in your everyday, day-to-day life. But also just improving areas of your life, like even outside of fitness, like, working on your career so you can make more money. Maybe you're studying more so that you can get more smarter, whether that's academically or just on your own, you know what I mean? Or improving certain things in your character, just becoming an overall better man in all areas of life, right? And I truly think that when you do this, you increase your self-worth as a man. You increase your self-worth as a human. You're going to feel a lot better about yourself because you're working on yourself. And then when it comes to like dating and shit like that, like, you're not going to take shit from some girl who lives off daddy's money trying to make you feel like shit, like, oh, I know you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even trying to sound like a red pill type of guy right now, or like one of these, you know what I mean? I'm just saying it's going to make you feel a lot confident when you get like pushback from women or something. Maybe they might say like, they try and say like, oh, a man has to do da 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 da. When you start getting those kind of comments, then you kind of are able to look at yourself and be like, yo, like, I know who I am. I know I'm putting in the work. Like, why am I going to listen to this? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I think that when you improve on yourself, it makes you a lot more confident in yourself. You're going to feel better. When you walk, it's like when you walk the walk, when you walk the walk, you can actually talk the talk, right? You actually become a man of your word, right? And to close off, I just want to say that Bodygame is the first step to doing this. For a lot of guys who focus on everything else and they downplay Bodygame, like, Bodygame is going to be the thing that's going to actually make you feel confident in yourself. Because when you look in the mirror, like, that's like, arguably, that's like one of the most important things that makes you feel confident. The way you look in the mirror, the way you feel when people look at you, the way you see yourself. Like, if you can fix that, you're going to feel a lot better in your day-to-day life, and you're just going to make life easier for you to accomplish all of your goals. Because when you look the part and you feel good about yourself, you don't break promises to yourself in terms of, going to the gym and eating right and stuff like that. Like, you're actually going to feel a lot better about yourself when you actually commit to what you say you're going to do, right? By the way, if you need help, achieving Bodygame, getting in shape, well, you need help with finding a workout plan that suits you. You need help finding a nutrition plan, all that kind of stuff. Hit that link in the description, book a call. We'll have a little conversation and we'll come up with a custom plan for you to actually reach your goals. So if that sounds like you and you're serious and you actually want to improve yourself, hop on Bodygame for 2026. Hit that link in the description. I'll be happy to be working with you soon, man. And remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. See ya.